Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alief Mawaddah. I'm from class A, semester 5. In this time, I would like to explain about 3 methods in TEFL. And then I will to show my lesson plan, and last I will practice the methods based on my lesson plan. The methods that I will practice are communicative language teaching and learner-centered method. Okay, the first I would like to explain about 3 methods in TEFL. The methods number 1 is grammar translation method. Grammar translation method is a method of teaching foreign language translation. In a language translation class, students will learn grammar rules, and then the students will apply these grammar rules by translating, understanding, and analyzing the grammatical structure of the sentence. In teaching grammar translation, the teacher uses the mother tongue when explaining. Advantage of grammar translation method. The first one is this method make it easier for students to learn a foreign language because the teacher explains using their mother tongue. And then number 2, develop students' abilities in translating and writing foreign language literature. Number 3, this method is easily applied by teachers in teaching foreign language. And then disadvantage of grammar translating method. The first one is this method is only suitable for smart students. The second, this method is easy so that it makes teachers lazy. And then number 3, this method occurs unconsciously. It can hinder the speed of language teaching. Okay, next, communicative language teaching. Communicative language teaching is a foreign language teaching approach that emphasizes the concept of interaction. The method has a goal so that students are able to use language as communication tool and express something. And then advantage of communicative language teaching. The first one, this approach focuses not only on the traditional structure syllabus, but also considers the communicative language. The second is able to increase students' motivation and desire to improve their speaking skills. And then the last is this method emphasizes the interests and needs of students. While disadvantage of communicative language teaching are, the first one is this method is difficult to implement in very crowded classes. And then the second, CLT focuses only on fluency, not on accuracy. And then the last is teacher monitoring ability must be very good. Next, learner-centered method. This method, a learner-centered approach, views learners as active agents. So they bring their own knowledge, past experiences, ideas, education. And this impacts how they take on board board new information and learn. Advantage of learner-centered method. The first one is students are better and more easily when they learn with this method. And then the second is makes learner construct the knowledge by himself or herself. And the last is active involvement in the learning process. While disadvantage of learner-centered method, the first one is not knowing if something is correct if learner alone. And then the second, if teacher has incomplete or incorrect knowledge, the teacher cannot lead students. And the last, if teacher cannot control the process, the teacher cannot guide students. Okay, this is my lesson plan. This lesson plan used to junior high school, class 1, semester 1. The subject is English. The material is introduction, time allocation to multiplied 30 minutes. Competency standards, the ability to speak through introduce themselves. Basic knowledge, understand and know the introduction through speaking to introduce ourselves. And then indicator, A. Listening to the teacher's explanation. B. Understand the introduction material that the teacher explained. And then C. Practice introduction through speaking to introduce themselves. The purpose of learning. A. Students are able to understand the material explained by the teacher. And then B. Students can make an introduction about themselves. And then C. Students speak to introduce themselves. Teaching material, introduction, learning method, communicative language teaching and learner-centered method, media, paper and pen. And then learning activities. There are 4 activities. The first one is introduction, greeting, and then the second is main activities. There are 2 main activities. Number 1, teacher explain the material about introduction. Number 2, the students practice speaking about introduction. Aspects of life skill develop. Communicative language teaching and learner-centered method. And then the activities number 3 is production. Speaking about introduction through introduce themselves. Aspects of life skill develop, self-management. And then activities number 4 is closing. Review about the material, give summary and feedback. Okay, next I will practice 2 methods based on my lesson plan. The methods is communicative language teaching and learner-centered methods. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, let's begin our today's meeting. In this meeting, I would like to explain about introduction. And then, do you know about introduction?
I don't know, ma'am.
Introduction is expression that used to introduce about yourself. For example, hello guys, my name is Alief Mawaddah, and then my nickname is Alma. I am 20 years old, and then I live in Kediri. And you can add another sentence to complete the introduction about yourself. Okay, so far, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, now you can try to read. Now you can introduction about yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Yep. Okay, have you done?
Yes, ma'am. I've done.
Okay. Now you can try to speak introduction about yourself. Okay,
Okay,
let's
ma'am.
start.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I would like to introduce myself.
Mhm.
My name is Alief Mami.
Yep.
My nickname is Ellie.
Mhm.
Also, you can call me Alia.
Yep.
And then I'm 17 years old.
Yeah.
I was born in Gresik.
Mhm.
I live in Gresik with my parents, but now I stay in Kediri.
Mhm.
I have one brother
Mhm.
and two sisters.
Mhm.
My hobbies is watching movie
Yeah.
and listening music.
Mhm.
My favorite food
Mhm.
is fried rice.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe that's all for me.
Okay, I think you're clever. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.